Hi everyone, welcome to my first sound healing group. I have been doing this study for I think almost a year, and I already given 2 group sessions. The feedback has been quite overwhelmingly good. I'm quite surprised, so I think I should form this sort of sound healing community of the interested people. Okay, first of all, please allow me to just give a brief introduction what is sound healing therapy. Sound healing therapy is relatively new for like the general public, but however, it's one of this ancient healing technique. It comes from the Greek and Roman god of healing or god of medicine. The name is Asclepius, I think. Asclepius, yes. The modern medical practice, the symbol, the post with a snake coiled around it, it's actually always being held in Asclepius' hand. Why it to do with sound healing? Because in the healing temple of the ancient Greek, they do not only use medicines, like the medicinal methods, they also use a variety of sounds and music to enhance our body's healing process. One is to do with the snake. They tend to put the ill in the dark to rest or sleep. They also call it incubation. And they would put the snake in the dark and let the patient listen to that sound. It's like ASMR, I think, today we're doing. So sound healing is from a long time ago, so it's not something new. And in Tibet and Nepal has been used for also many years. So it's not like a new thing, completely new thing. It's just now we trying to introduce it with other alternative therapy to enhance our self-healing. I don't know if people have realized it. In the recent years, we have been witness history. The human technology, the developing speed has been phenomenal. It's have never been like this before, this fast. And AI is also on the horizon. So subconsciously, we do not see survival as our priority. So not only physical, the mental illness has been sort of increased phenomenally. This is because that very reason, subconsciously, our human think the survival is not our priority, so we are longing for happiness, a better life. This ultimately pushed us to enter this, what is mindfulness, what is self-realization. This type of thing is more and more sort of pushed in front of us. So the holistic therapy, such as sound healing, is they being sort of called back to assist us. Some people might have a very skeptical mind, would say, okay, this is one of this new agey thing, and I don't really think it's going to work, or have many doubts. There's some article that I've discovered during my study. I found really resonate with me, so I would like to just share it with you. There will always be confusion and conflicting information without science-backed data. However, that doesn't mean that any one of these systems is invalid. The individual human is just that, individual. What works for one person may not work for another. Internal healing and balance rely on openness, belief, self-awareness, and intention. Sound can be used to put us in place of mindfulness and reflect on our personal thoughts and actions without judgment or outside influences. Nowadays, outside influences, they're everywhere, like chasing you. Being in this meditative place allows true acceptance and realization of things that we would like to change about ourselves and how those changes will affect our well being. When these internal balances have been identified, any frequency, music, or activity that put in this place of calm will be beneficial for that specific chakra, as your body and mind now know where to focus this attention. When our internal energy, or some say chakras, are in balance, you will find that creativity flows easily and you will be grounded in your identity. The body and subconsciouses work without conscious thought. That's actually quite important. Once you can properly identify internal imbalances, your mind and body will naturally begin to heal as long as you stay mindful of these changes. You just need to properly identify and stay mindful, which is not easy in today's society. We all have the power to heal ourselves. Any holistic sound practitioner is there to guide with sound, not heal with sound. You will have to do the work. A good sound practitioner can adapt to their clients' needs and may use different tools and techniques. Okay, there's another major advantage about sound healing therapy. I have been repeatedly telling people is that for this form of therapy, you do not necessarily have to conduct much verbal communication with a therapist. For some people, due to the trauma they have experienced, the verbal communication became rather difficult. Just to lift that stuck energy or to shaken it, normally we have to sort of dig into that and sort of release it by verbal communication. In sound healing, that vibration come from these instruments. They can normally reach the cellular level. Many clients, they report that they could feel something go straight to their heart. So that's the major advantage for those who are not so good at communicate, or those trauma are way too sensitive. I do not want to even think about it or touch it. However, the sound, as long as you can hear and open your senses, you have that willingness to heal, it can reach you in a quite effective way. So the only requirement, to reach quite significant healing effect, is please open your senses and open to your feeling and emotions during the session. It's not uncommon for people to reach this release stage, which means some deep stocked energy now has started getting loose, and they require to be released for your ultimate well-being. Maybe we have realized we have certain unhealthy or not ideal behavior pattern. It's not controlled by our conscious. It's like just going subconsciously. We don't know how and why. It just happens. It is normally formed due to the past trauma, normally in our childhood. This is the way we learned how to survive, how to cope in those difficult situations. And even in the time and space, this sort of defensive mechanism is not needed. It is still there. And that can bring, not so nice effect in our life. But the reality is difficult to shake it off. Here is the sound healing. I would say, please give it a go. It might have really surprisingly good result